What is your name and what do you do for a living?
I'm Samantha Klein and I am a home decor creator. I create ads for brands. I think brands come to me for a very specific look. I think since I have started using my house as part of my job, it's helped me just to really unleash my creativity and feel like a true creative person and an artist. And I take a lot of pride in my house and what I get to do. Welcome to my handmade home. Come on in. I went to school for fashion merchandising at FIT in New York, and then I actually ended up starting an app for vintage shopping and just kind of was an organic jumping off point from there. This room is really why we wanted this house as soon as we saw it. The exposed beams, the gorgeous light, the built-ins, a little paint goes such a long way, and paint is pretty inexpensive. You can get a tiny sample for a space like this and I'm obsessed. The way that my house is right now was so influenced by like the pandemic, almost a mental health response. Like it was like I have to make this the most comfortable space of all time and not serious enough where I can still have fun and want to be here. So I kind of like in a way view my design style as like the intersection of like mental health and comfort and coziness. I'm always looking for things that will make me feel cozy, comfortable, so I like don't get super depressed. I know pink can get a bad rap as being a bit much and it's extreme for some people, but I think that's ignoring the power of pink as being such a calming color. Some people on the internet like to ask how it's possible that my husband lives here because there's so much pink in the house, but I think they're ignoring the fact that the pink is a giant 10-foot long couch that's really comfortable. I'm trying to make the comfiest and coziest of places for me and my family and my friends. I have become a bit of a pillow hoarder, although I do one in, one out kind of policy whenever I get new ones. That's another, I think, great bit of advice for anyone looking for ways to reinvent their house is like move things around, see how you like this or that. It's fun to change things up. The cookie sandwich pillow, which I'm like, it's not only cute, but it's so functional and so comfortable. So, you know, there's a lot of good stuff happening here. And we also have this perfect wall space to fit this wall piece that I've had for quite some time that used to belong to my grandparents and be in their house. Speaking of my grandparents, this is actually a toy I used to play with at their house. It's probably gonna try to walk towards me again. Oh no, there he goes. Also, my friend makes these painted candles. They're so beautiful. They're like little pieces of art. Here's our wedding cake topper. I always will save that, of course. Have things from so many different decades. I have new things, I have old things. I don't like having rules and I don't like putting myself in a box. This room, we decided to make it a permanent dining room and I am so happy. I love it so much. For the most part, we eat meals at our table instead of the couch, which was the goal. I do have a lot of seashell themed things in the house. It reminds me of like the Little Mermaid or something like that. And just keep things fun and whimsical. I remember a few years ago seeing like a DIY of floating candles and I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. Let me put it on for you just so you can get the full effect. Okay, so yeah, obsessed. They're essentially part of the room now. And yeah, I absolutely just love the whole energy in here. I get inspiration everywhere. I go to tons of flea markets. I go to tons of antique malls, estate sales. I also do find a lot of inspiration from nature. Like I love florals so much. Making bouquets, it's like one of my biggest hobbies. Here's one that I made. I just, again, feel like a therapeutic comfort in getting like 5 bunches of flowers and just making bouquets. And the thing with flowers is like, they're already beautiful as they are, so you don't have to really judge your work when you're making a bouquet, and it's just like, it's just so rewarding. It's a really fun hobby and super fulfilling. This is actually a portrait of my grandma that my grandpa made. I remember seeing it actually on that shelf that's in our living room when I was a kid. I'm just so happy that she's here now. From the dining room, we're gonna go right into the kitchen. I love so many things about this kitchen. When we decided to redo the kitchen, we kind of wanted to keep most things where they were. Just wanted new cabinets, new sink and appliances, new countertops. We kind of were trying to pick what to do with our backsplash, and I for some reason knew I wanted these 3 colors. I kind of pulled some of them out of the wallpaper, just like noticing how the colors of the tile are in all sorts of other things I have. So I clearly have a type when it comes to colors. To make myself cook and have fun with it, this is something I got a few months back, and I have absolutely been cooking up a storm since then. This is what I make tea in every day, and how could you not be happy after that? I have a bit of an obsession with collecting vintage cups and mugs and glasses, and I just love having them on display. Like, again, just something that makes me happy when I come in here in the morning to make whatever I feel like making. I know some people go off and on with the pros and cons of having open shelving, but for me, it inspires me. I had this wallpaper made based on a vintage wallpaper that I saw online that I obviously couldn't buy anywhere. We didn't want it to overwhelm the space, so we only used little bits and pieces here and there. But in the breakfast nook, we kind of overdid it, and in a fun way, in a purposeful way. I just love that space. So kitsch, like so lovely and just so novelty and fun. You can do a renovation on a kind of smaller scale and still make a huge impact. Here's my bedroom. I love having like novelty fun headboards. It feels like we're sleeping in a giant clamshell. It's just so dreamy and so vintage and cozy. And I absolutely love it. I also love the curved ceilings, and we thought that would be like kind of a fun little thing to highlight with adding in wallpaper. I really, really, really love this wallpaper. I just love how soothing and calming and fun. Just keep things feeling as whimsical and romantic as possible. I just love it so much. All right, so, well, first of all, this is Mochi and Teddy, my 2 lovely dogs. And we are now in our bonus room / multifaceted everything room. I just wanted it to feel cozy and kind of like its own space, but also, of course, match with the rest of the house. This folds out into a bed when we have friends and family come stay. I actually just happen to have like leftover paint from other projects, so my friends Christina came and did a mural here. It helps with keeping a lot of uniformity in the house when you're just using like the same 1 or 2 or 3 buckets of paint on all sorts of different projects. Even right now, I'm just noticing that the pillows kind of match as well, which was not intentional. I love it. Brings originality to the room and just helps bring a fun energy to the space. Moving over here, I kind of use this little cabinet to like showcase some of my favorite things. I love putting little twinkle lights on it. This is one of my recent vintage finds. It is a shell phone. I've been wanting one for so long, and I finally found the right one at the right price, and I am so happy. Okay, so now we're in the second half of this bonus room, which is an extended closet / office space. I know this isn't like every closet that you've probably seen, but yeah, it's a rotating closet, prized possession. Took me so long to color code it. Pick a color, any color, except like gray. I absolutely love it. How could you not? It's another area of my life where like having something fun and exciting has helped me to be more organized, and something that like I can't picture myself ever parting with. Surprisingly easy to set up too. It makes me feel like I'm just like living in a dream world. And now let's head to my absolute favorite part of the house, the pool. Come on, Moochie. Definitely the newest change in the house. That means it's my favorite right now until we do something else. I love how unique it is. It feels different than any other pool I've been to. It's like the most gorgeous coral and pink. We always dreamed of having a pool, but never thought we would actually have one. Quite a project, but it has gone beyond my wildest dreams. I just love it. And also back here, we have probably one of my most favorite parts, which is the shower. I use it all the time. You instantly feel like you're on vacation. The whole outdoor space is like so serene to me. I love it so much. Here comes Mochi. She's only fallen in once. But no, she can swim. The dogs can swim. You good, Mochi? Oh, now Teddy's here. Lovely. So the other thing that we created out here was our pool house. This was just a basic garage before, and we really wanted to create like this fun office space for Aaron, my husband, and also a dual pool house. My friend who did the mural in the bonus room also painted like these lines on the wall in here, which I absolutely love. Again, I just think it brings everything together. I know a lot of people are confused when they see that it's completely open here, but it just works because of the weather that we're lucky to have. Also, we have a hot tub in our pool, so we use this space year round. I think it's just a perfect indoor-outdoor kind of space. I'm just so happy with how it turned out. I mean, we've had it for close to a year and a half, and I still like go into the backyard and I'm like, how is this my house? Like, it's amazing. I love it. It's beyond my wildest dreams. I've put a lot of work into it, and I hope that maybe it inspires you to just make your home your own in your own special way and not be afraid of kind of tapping into your more inner creative nostalgic weirdo that you have inside. I think everyone has their own way of feeling joy in their home and expressing joy, and for me this is it. For me this is like so comfortable and lovely and happy. At every corner, every room, there will be something that will make me smile. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. If you like this video, subscribe to Handmade for more home tours just like this.